Talking of colour, I'm sure that you're quite familiar with using lots of colours, but maybe there'll be a few things you've not tried before. You brought this fantastic dress in, and I thought we could match up a makeup to go with all this wonderful hand painting and all these beautiful colours. What do you wear this for?
Well, it was originally designed as a wedding dress by a young designer called Melissa Kaplan, but I bought it because I wanted to use it on stage, but it was so white and so clean. I'd never actually got it onto a stage.
You didn't want to get it dirty?
Yeah, I didn't want to ruin it.
Oh, maybe you can wear... Are you working tonight?
No.
Oh, pity. Anyway, off we go. Right. I'm going to use stripes on your eye, but blended together properly. Start off with pencils. Can you just look straight ahead for me?
Don't they crease easily?
Look down. Pencils would normally, but what you do when you've applied them and blended them is you powder them. Heidi and I were talking about that earlier because she'd never used pencils before, and she discovered this use of transparent powder afterwards really does stop the pencils creasing up.
Because I find on stage, if I use powders, they just stay on. Well, they stay on all night. You can't even clean them off. They sort of stay in your skin. But I've never dared use anything greasy.
Well, what I'm going to do, look down for me, is use these pencils as a kind of a base coat, almost as a shape, and then use the powder eyeshadows over the top, particularly using all the glitter and shine, which are quite pretty, but they're quite difficult to use because you've got to know where to put them. Just look straight ahead again. And also, these pencils mix together very well. And then use a darker colour underneath. This is just a dark blue. I won't use the dead black that's in the dress. And then we're ready to go on to the powder shadows. Now I'm going to try and pick up this pinky orange colour, which is here. Be very careful. Knock it off on the back of my hand.
You mean same as on the costume?
Yes. It's not a perfect match, but it's...
That one's very close,
it's not bad. Yes, I thought we could use that as the blush. And of course, you can mix all these powders together as well. So I'm going to apply some of that here. See, they're going quite smoothly with the pencils underneath. Look straight ahead.
Also, those powders you're using, you can mix with water, can't you?
Yes.
Which sometimes makes them stay a bit better. That's what I usually do for on stage. I sort of mix everything with water.
With water to make it stay.
You can also blend your own colours then.
Mind you, it's quite... You've got to get quite skillful, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. Well,
to do that sort of thing. It's
one of those things that just
one
comes
of those,
with practice.
Exactly. It's one of those acquired...
It doesn't matter with me if I make a mistake. Everyone thinks it's intentional.
It does. But then I think it's actually all right because, I mean, the more you actually do experiment with makeup, you know, the more chance you actually have of getting to learn something.
Oh, yes.
Something good and something new. Just looking at this colour to see how dark it actually is. Look down. I think it's going to be a very dark brown.
I think also for me, having dyed hair, it's very hard to not look hard facially.
Yes.
I always try to go for quite a natural look or really over the top.
And you keep the over the top for stage?
Oh, yes.
And keep the natural look for day?
Because believe it or not, I really don't like looking that hard. I do try to look quite human at times.
Look straight ahead.
Like when I'm visiting Mum.
Just look straight into them. I mean, not that everybody would wear makeup as extravagant. Look down.
Oh, it's party time, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's nice when people bother to look like a different person at a party or something.
Yes, so do I. I think it's quite good fun. I mean, you know, it's probably about one of the few times you can actually do it. Unless you've got a lot of courage, just look straight ahead. I'm always blending it. Do that, Toyah, actually.
Yes.
Bother to put the colour on the back of your hand first.
Well, I use a big brush like that.
Yes.
And sort of dab it heavily with powder, then knock all the powder out.
Yes.
So it goes on softer. You get a much colour, I find.
Right. It's true that when you actually learn techniques, they make such a difference to your makeup, don't they? I mean, things that you pick up and learn from watching
most
other
important
people.
is discovering my own face. I couldn't make anyone else up, but I know my face so well, and it's taken me, a good sort of 8 years to learn.
Would you go home, see Mum with all this
I try
on?
and look a bit more natural when I go home.
Oh, you do?
I mean, purely because, I mean, she gives me lectures on how to wear makeup sometimes.
Oh, does she? Does she wear it?
No, I mean...
Just looks straight in the
My
eye?
mum's a great fan of mine, really. But she likes to see me trying to look pretty, which I never consciously try to do, because I don't think I am. So, I mean, when you've got dyed hair, you've got to completely look the part, really. You can't pretend to try and be pretty, because it's not pretty in most people's eyes.
No, I know exactly what you mean. Right, laying on colour everywhere. I'm putting some gold up here because it'll just highlight the bone. Highlighting, as you know, is not the same as shine. I mean, you don't necessarily want a great shiny face, but you might want highlight some particular place, if you can see over there in the mirror. A little bit more gold, and I'm going to put it on the cheekbone, gives you nice high cheekbones. Just look straight ahead of you. Thanks. And again, just blend that in with the brush. Do you use brushes yourself?
Yes.
A lot?
Especially with the highlighting.
So you're really quite professional. Why especially for the highlighting?
It's getting the softer, it just smooths over completely. You don't get a big blob.
No, you've learned all your makeup lessons, really. Let me just take a peek. Right, I'm now going to put a black, a very dark blue. Look up inside the eye. And a little bit of gold. Do you ever do this trick?
Yeah, the gold
highlights the corner. Yes, it's quite good for stage.
It works wonderfully.
It's lovely for evening too. Just in the corner.
Also, it takes the sort of the darkness away from under the eyes.
There we go with the darkness again. Yes, true. And I have exactly the same problem. It is a bugbear because it doesn't matter actually how much sleep you have, does it?
No.
It doesn't make any difference. And then I'm going to put on some mascara. Just look down. Before I finish the mascara, just take a look at the difference between one half of the face and the other. And it's extraordinary the difference the shape is where one eye and one cheek is made up and the other one isn't.
It's like half the face isn't there at all.
Well, as if by magic, was a bit of magic there, you've got two halves of your face on. I'm going to put the lipstick on now. I'm going to use a dark colour on the top lip and a light colour on the bottom. Makes the bottom lip look a bit fuller, and also I think it'd be quite sort of interesting. And now you can't even answer me because I've made you close your mouth. Lip brush stuck in it. But I know you can't answer, but I'm sure that you realise how important lip brushes are. In fact, I'm convinced you must, being so good at makeup yourself. Use one.
No.
You don't?
No, that's the one thing I don't use a brush for. Don't know why.
How do you manage with?
Because I always put
lipstick
lipstick on in a hurry, you see.
Oh, I see.
Spend so long over the eyes.
Close your lips again. This is the secondary colour on the bottom lip. Hoping this is going to match the dress, this colour. Have you ever done a two-colour mouth before? Well, you have now.